From the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum, we are set to go here with the semifinal round of the NWCA Multi Divisional National Duals presented by Hibiclens, the United States Marine Corps, and the Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. This is Division III. It's the semifinals. Jason Bryant here with you as we will get set at 125. For Wartburg, it'll be senior Jake Agnitsch, and he's taking on a freshman A.J. Belden. Tell you a little bit about the teams. Wartburg coming in ranked number 2 in the nation, and there you see Belden in there right away with a double leg. He's going to score 2 and go up early. The nice 2-point double leg takedown. Wartburg coming in, you see them in the orange, silver, and white. They are the Knights out of Waverly, Iowa, coming in ranked number 2 in Division III. And there's a 1-point escape by Agnitsch. Closing the gap, cutting it in half. Wartburg has won this event 4 straight years. They have won it 8 times overall. They are the kings of Division III wrestling as it stands right now. 4 straight NCAA Division III team titles. Head coach Eric Keller taking over that role 2 years ago from now retired and longtime championship coach Jim Miller. Wartburg coming into this particular dual meet 9-1 in the season. Their opponents, the Little Giants of Wabash College. Spelled W-A-B-A-S-H, but pronounced like there's an L in there. The Little Giants, as they're called, they are 6-0 on the season, coming in as the tournament number 3 seed. Beat Luther College 28-10 in the opening round before getting past Wisconsin Lacrosse 21-17. And Wisconsin Lacrosse, the only team to beat Wartburg this year. Wartburg got here with identical 31-6 victories. They beat Olivet College and Iowa Conference rival Coe College 31-6. Coe, of course, longtime rivals of the Knights. Wabash College in Crawfordsville, Indiana. As we're at the halfway point here in the first period at 125 pounds, the first of 10 weights. 3-minute first period, 2-minute second and third periods. There is riding time, which we will explain to you as it becomes relevant. A subtle difference between collegiate and high school wrestling. We got 5 championship finals set for later in the event. These two teams battling for the right to compete in the finals. And Wartburg is pretty much been an underdog, if you can say your team is an underdog after winning 4 straight national titles, but they graduated a slew of their returning points. They graduated a slew of their points, rather, from last year's championship team. Started the year unranked in Division III, and that's pretty much unheard of. Belden still with a 2-1 lead. A.J. Belden from Wabash in the camo red, white, and silver out of Westfield, Indiana, and Westfield High School. Agnitsch, a senior out of Ames, Iowa. And when we talk about Wartburg and their quest to win yet another title with everybody had graduated, this is a team that doesn't rebuild, they reload. And at the end of the first period, Belden will have a 2-1 lead over Agnitsch. And we say that Agnitsch is a senior, and this is his first year in the starting lineup. He's seen plenty of time wrestling throughout his time at Wartburg, but first chance he's had an opportunity to be the man at the weight class. Agnitsch will start the second period of the down position, trying to mule kick away, trying to short sit, gets up and out for a 1-point escape, and that'll tie the match at 2. Here in the early going of the second period, 125 pounds. Wartburg located in Waverly, Iowa. .30 seconds gone by here in the second period. Tied up at 2. And this is a tough one to call on paper. Wartburg coming in, 7 nationally ranked wrestlers. Only one returning All-American in the bunch. And that was from 2 years ago. This is Matt Mayhem. As there are dual meet advancement championships in Division II, Division III, the NAIA, the National Junior College Athletic Association, and Women's Collegiate, which they wrestle freestyle. Under a minute to go here in the second period. You see Chris Ortner standing up off your screen. He's an assistant coach here at Wartburg. Eric Keller momentarily you saw squatting. Agnitsch trying to push the pace there on the edge. Coming up on the 32nd mark in period 2. Since that initial blast double by Belden in the early going of the first period, we haven't seen much offense from him. In fact, we haven't seen much from either wrestler. Just coming up on short time as the wrestlers go out of bounds. We'll get a restart. And that's how we will end the second period. And Belden looks over at his bench. Brian Anderson is the taller of the coaches there with the beard. Says neutral, so we will start neutral. Wrestlers have the choice, beginning of the second period, top, bottom, neutral, or defer. Their choice to the third period. Riding time not a factor. Belden has 17 seconds of advantage time. See Belden keeping his level low. And working that collar tie. Both these teams going with a different look when it comes to their swing. This little slide by attempt and a good reshot by Belden. Counter with the front headlock and trying to spin behind was Agnitsch. Nothing doing there. And we're playing the edge. You see those feet still in bounds, and now we'll get a restart. So we're saying Wartburg traditionally wears a full orange with a black and white trim. Looks a lot like Oklahoma State. While Wabash, they tend to do all sorts of things with their uniform combinations, including a terribly ugly yet fun barber pole type of color combination, or white with red pinstripes. There you see Agnitsch in on a sweep, trying to work up. Belden does a good job defending as we're 25 seconds remaining here in the third and final period at 1:25. Wabash coming in with 3 nationally ranked wrestlers. We'll talk about them as they come to the mats. But here at 1:25, a couple of unranked wrestlers appear to be heading into overtime if nothing happens in these last 8 seconds. Now, high dive attempt by Belden goes nowhere. Good down block by Agnitsch to catch it. And we will go to sudden victory. And the overtime procedure here in collegiate wrestling is a 1-minute sudden victory period. First wrestler who scores wins. And if they are scoreless after that 1 minute, they will go to a set of 30-second tiebreakers. We'll explain that if we get there. There's your 1-point wins. It could be a penalty point, a takedown. You know, at this point when they're both standing, it's logically going to be a takedown. There's Belden, who was trying to get in on that double again. Only got to the far leg with his right hand. Now working that 2-on-1 baseball grip tie. Now switching off to collar ties. And a halfway point here in sudden victory. A low ankle to a slide by to a reshot, nothing doing. We'll come back to the center, 26 seconds on the restart. There's a double attempt by Agnitsch. Hipping in, now extending is Belden, trying to get around, break that grip. If he can get around, he'll score the takedown. But Agnitsch now hanging on to that leg, trying not to give it up. Belden trying to break the grip, hip over, and that'll do it. Time will run out here in sudden victory. So now we will go to the 30-second tiebreakers. And each wrestler will have a chance in the top and bottom position. And there you see Belden deferred his choice. So I believe you only have the option of top and bottom. I don't think you can defer. Well, regardless, Agnitsch is going to start in the bottom position. And the goal here, if these two extra 30-second periods end up tied, we'll go back to a sudden victory. But regardless of scoring that happens in this and the next 30 seconds, we will wrestle them through. I think we're trying to get these clocks situated. Appears we're ready to go, and there we go. Agnitsch with a quick switch off the whistle, but stuffed by Belden. Trying to keep coming, trying to keep coming, trying to keep coming. Nothing doing yet. Is he out? Is he out? Keeping his feet in bounds, and he'll get out. And they will give him the escape. So Agnitsch with a 3-2 lead. 15 seconds remaining in a tiebreaker 1. This is the first half of tiebreaker 1. I wasn't quite sure if we were going to award Agnitsch the escape or not. Looking for that reversal. So in this case, 1, not 2, as you would often hear a coach yell. And this is where the riding time comes into play. Belden has 10 seconds of riding time. And at the end of the second set of 30-second tiebreakers, if we get that far, that riding time could be the decisive point. And now Belden will start in the down position. Agnitsch rides him out here. He'll win the match. Trying to throw in the boot to the near side. Trying to ride him out. The legs locked up. 10 to go. Belden's going to have to do something here to get out. And there's a stalemate with 8 seconds to go. You can see the excitement in this arena. You see the Division II semifinals behind us. Now 8 seconds to go in the restart. Belden trying to mule kick out. 5 seconds to go. And that will do it. Agnitsch hangs on, picks up the first victory of the day, a 3-2 decision in tiebreaker 1. That will give Wartburg 3 team points, and they will start this duel with a 3-0 lead.